Welcome back to the channel Coins Master, ultimate deep dive into one of the most fascinating coins in circulation today, the 2018 P. Roosevelt dime. This coin, though seemingly common, holds hidden treasures within its variations, errors, and rare conditions that have driven its value to astonishing heights. Some specimens of this very dime have been recorded in the collector's market, fetching $46,964. Making it one of the most intriguing modern dimes ever. But what makes it so valuable? Let's uncover its history, significance, and the reasons behind its extraordinary worth. The history of the Roosevelt dime. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, following the passing of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The United States Mint decided to honor him by placing his profile on the nation's 10-cent coin. His legacy as the 32nd President of the United States, coupled with his relentless efforts to combat polio, led to this coin's introduction. The dime was a fitting tribute because Roosevelt was heavily involved in the establishment of the March of Dimes, a campaign to fight polio. Designed by John R. Sinek, the Roosevelt dime replaced the winged Liberty Head dime, commonly known as the Mercury dime. Over the decades, the Roosevelt dime remained a staple of U.S. currency, undergoing minor changes while still retaining its signature profile of Roosevelt. The 2018 P. Roosevelt dime belongs to this long-standing tradition of honoring a president who shaped America's modern history. 2018 P. Roosevelt dime composition and design. This particular coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, as denoted by the P Mint mark. The Philadelphia Mint is one of the oldest and most significant mints in American history. The 2018 P. Roosevelt dime follows the standard specifications of modern dimes: composition, 91.67% copper, 8.33% nickel, weight, 2.268 grams, diameter, 17.91 mm edge. Read. The obverse side of the dime features the left-facing profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinek. Surrounding the portrait, you'll find the inscriptions Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust, 2018, and the mint mark. P. The reverse side showcases an olive branch, a torch, and an oak branch, symbolizing peace, liberty, and strength. This iconic design has remained unchanged since 1946. The value of the 2018 P. Roosevelt dime. At face value, the 2018 P. Roosevelt dime is worth just 10 cents, but the collector's market tells a different story. Most circulated examples will trade for their standard value, but pristine and error-struck specimens can command massive premiums. In typical circulated condition, a 2018 P. Roosevelt dime is worth between 10 cents to $2. However, when we shift our focus to uncirculated and rare varieties, things become far more interesting. Mint state, MS, 65 or higher examples can fetch anywhere from $10 to $100 depending on demand. However, the real jaw-dropping prices come from the rarest specimens. A single 2018 P. Roosevelt dime with an extreme mint state 70, MS 70, rating or a rare mint error was sold for an astonishing $46,964. This makes it one of the most valuable Roosevelt dimes ever recorded in recent years. What makes some 2018 P. Roosevelt dimes so valuable? Several factors contribute to the extraordinary valuation of some 2018 P. Roosevelt dimes. Mint errors. Certain dimes were struck with minting errors such as off-center strikes, missing edge reading, double dies, and misaligned dies. These errors make them extremely valuable to collectors. Full bands FB designation. A Roosevelt dime with a full bands FB designation, meaning the horizontal bands on the torch are fully struck and separated, is significantly rarer and more valuable. High-grade specimens. Coins graded MS 69 or MS 70 by PCGS or NGC are exceptionally rare and sought after by collectors. Limited availability. Despite millions of 2018 P. Roosevelt dimes being minted, finding a flawless, high-grade, or error variety remains an extreme challenge, which drives up prices in auctions. Where can you find a rare 2018 P. Roosevelt dime? If you're looking to get your hands on one of these valuable dimes, check your pocket change, coin rolls from banks, or purchase uncirculated rolls from collectors. Auction sites such as eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections regularly feature rare Roosevelt dimes. coin grading services such as PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, can authenticate and certify your coin's grade, increasing its market value. Current market trends and investment potential. The Roosevelt Dime series continues to be a highly collectible series. While common examples remain affordable, the demand for era coins and high-grade specimens continues to grow exponentially. The 2018 P. Roosevelt Dime, in particular, has seen rising interest, with collectors willing to pay top dollar for rare finds. As more collectors enter the numismatic market, the prices of valuable dimes are expected to increase over time. Final thoughts. The 2018 P. Roosevelt Dime might look like an ordinary coin, but its potential value is anything but ordinary. With examples reaching staggering prices of $46,964, this dime proves that treasures can still be found in circulation today. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just someone checking their pocket change, always be on the lookout for rare dimes because you never know when you might be holding a fortune in your hands. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the fascinating world of rare coins, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more incredible coin discoveries. Let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a rare dime, or if you have any questions about coin collecting. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins. Today, we are going to talk about a coin that may seem ordinary at first glance but could be hiding incredible value right in your pocket change. That coin is none other than the 1996 P. Roosevelt Dime. Yes, you heard that right, a simple dime that has made waves in the numismatic world. Some of these dimes have fetched extraordinary prices, with one in particular reaching a staggering market value of $8,984. If you are wondering how a small 10-cent coin could be worth thousands of dollars, stick with me as we uncover its history, variations, and why collectors are willing to pay a fortune for this seemingly common piece of currency. First, let's dive into the rich history behind the Roosevelt dime itself. This coin was first introduced in 1946, following the passing of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Roosevelt was a beloved leader, serving as the 32nd President of the United States from 1933 to 1945. His leadership through the Great Depression and World War II made him one of the most influential presidents in U.S. history. But why was he honored on the dime? The answer lies in his dedication to fighting polio, a disease that affected millions of people, including himself. Roosevelt was a strong advocate for the March of Dimes campaign, which raised funds to combat polio. As a tribute to his efforts, the U.S. Mint decided to place his portrait on the dime, forever cementing his legacy in American coinage. Designed by John R. Sinek, the Roosevelt dime replaced the Mercury dime, which had been in circulation since 1916. Sinek's design featured a left-facing profile of Roosevelt on the obverse, while the reverse displayed a torch symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch representing peace and an oak branch symbolizing strength. This design has remained largely unchanged to this day, making it one of the longest-running designs in U.S. coin history. Over the years, Roosevelt dimes have been minted in different compositions, including silver and clad copper-nickel. Now, let's talk about the specific coin in focus today, the 1996 P. Roosevelt dime. This dime was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, as indicated by the P mint mark located on the obverse, just above the date. The 1996 P. Roosevelt dime was a part of regular circulation and was produced in massive quantities. The total mintage for this coin was an astounding 1,450,530,000. That's over 1.4 billion dimes. Given such a high mintage, you might wonder why this particular coin is valuable. The answer lies in the variations, errors, and condition of the coin. One of the main reasons why the 1996 P. Roosevelt dime can be worth a fortune is due to mint errors and high-grade specimens. Mint errors occur when something goes wrong during the minting process, leading to unique variations that collectors find incredibly desirable. Some of the most sought-after errors in the 1996 P dimes include doubled dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, and missing clad layers. If you happen to find a 1996 P Roosevelt dime with one of these errors, its value can skyrocket instantly. For instance, an off-center strike can push the value well above hundreds of dollars, and a missing clad layer can make the coin worth thousands. Another significant factor in determining the value of a 1996 P. Roosevelt dime is its condition, measured by the Sheldon grading scale. Coins that are heavily circulated will typically be worth only face value, while those in uncirculated or mint state condition can command much higher prices. The most valuable 1996 P. Roosevelt dimes are those graded MS-67 and above. At MS-67 or MS-68, these dimes can easily reach values of over $1,000. In the rarest cases, an MS-69 specimen can fetch an astronomical price, sometimes nearing or exceeding the $8,984 mark. Now, let's talk about the biggest and most exciting sales of this coin. While many circulated 1996 P. Roosevelt dimes sell for only a few cents above face value, there have been some remarkable auctions where this coin has broken records. One of the most expensive 1996 P. Roosevelt dimes ever sold was a pristine example in MS-69 condition, which went for a jaw-dropping $8,984 at auction. This sale stunned the numismatic community, proving that even modern coins can carry extraordinary value when preserved in impeccable condition. If you're wondering how to find a valuable 1996 P. Roosevelt dime, here are some key tips. First, always check your pocket change. Valuable coins are sometimes found in circulation, especially with a mintage as large as the 1996 P. Use a magnifying glass to inspect for errors such as doubling, missing clad layers, or off-center strikes. Additionally, if you have an uncirculated 1996 P dime, consider having it professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade certification could be the difference between a common dime and a dime worth thousands. In conclusion, the 1996 P. Roosevelt dime is an incredible piece of U.S. coinage history with the potential for tremendous value. While it may appear as just another dime in circulation, its variations, mint errors, and high-grade specimens make it highly sought after by collectors. With some examples reaching nearly $9,000 in value, this is proof that even modern coins can be hidden treasures. So, the next time you receive a dime and change, take a moment to check. You might just be holding a small fortune in your hands. Thank you for joining us in this deep dive into the world of coin collecting. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on exciting numismatic discoveries. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare Roosevelt dime or any other valuable coin in your collection. Until next time, happy hunting and keep searching for those hidden gems. Fellow coin enthusiasts, today, we have an exciting and truly remarkable topic for you, the 1974 D. Roosevelt dime. This seemingly small and ordinary coin has a fascinating history, an astonishing value, and believe it or not, some of these coins have fetched incredible prices in the market. You won't want to miss this deep dive into the world of rare dimes, their historical significance, and their worth. Stick around as we uncover the secrets of this Liberty I dime from the United States Mint. Let's start with a little history. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 as a tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had passed away the previous year. The design was created by John R. Sinek, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint at the time. Roosevelt was chosen to be featured on the dime due to his significant efforts in leading the nation through the Great Depression and World War II. But more importantly, he was a strong advocate for the National Foundation for Infantile Paralysis, now known as the March of Dimes, which aimed to combat polio. His image on the dime was a way to honor his contributions and legacy. By 1974, the Roosevelt dime had already been in circulation for nearly 3 decades. The 1974 D. Roosevelt dime was struck at the Denver Mint, hence the small D mint mark on the reverse side of the coin. The composition of this dime is primarily a copper-nickel clad, as the United States had moved away from using silver in dimes after 1964 due to rising silver prices. However, even though this dime does not contain silver, certain rare varieties and errors make it highly valuable to collectors. So, what makes the 1974 D. Roosevelt dime so special? While millions of these coins were minted, not all of them are created equal. The value of any coin depends on several key factors, including condition, rarity, and demand among collectors. Let's break it down. In circulated condition, a 1974 D. Roosevelt dime may only be worth its face value of 10 cents. However, when found in mint or near perfect condition, its value skyrockets. A well-preserved, uncirculated example of this coin can fetch anywhere from a few dollars to hundreds of dollars. Collectors look for dimes that have sharp details, minimal scratches, and a strong luster. But here's where things get even more interesting. Some rare era dimes from 1974 have been discovered, making them worth a small fortune. Certain misstruck dimes, off-center strikes, double-die obverse varieties, and transitional planchet errors can dramatically increase the value of this coin. One of the most sought-after varieties is the double-die error, where the design elements appear duplicated due to a mistake during the minting process. If you happen to find a 1974 D. Roosevelt dime with such an error, its value could be thousands of dollars depending on the severity of the doubling and the coin's condition. Another factor influencing the value of this dime is its grading. Coins are graded on a scale from poor P1 to mint state, MS-70. A 1974 D. Roosevelt dime graded at MS-65 or higher can be worth significantly more than those with lower grades. Some of the highest graded specimens have been sold for thousands of dollars in auctions, proving that even a common dime can be a hidden treasure if preserved in pristine condition. Now, let's talk about the big money. Some rare, high-grade 1974 D. Roosevelt dimes have made headlines for their exceptional value. While most circulated versions remain relatively inexpensive, select coins with flawless surfaces, full strike details, and certified high grades by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC have commanded stunning prices. One such example sold for an astounding $5,884 in a recent auction, a jaw-dropping amount for a coin that many people overlook in their everyday change. But why do collectors pay so much for these coins? It all comes down to rarity and demand. The higher the grade, the fewer coins exist in that condition. Serious numismatists and investors are always looking to add top-tier coins to their collections, leading to fierce bidding wars for the finest specimens. If you happen to stumble upon a nearly flawless 1974 D. Roosevelt dime, you might be holding a small fortune in your hands. For those wondering where to find valuable Roosevelt dimes, your best bet is to start checking your spare change, old coin collections, or even estate sales and flea markets. Many valuable dimes have been discovered in the most unexpected places, hidden away in drawers or tucked inside forgotten piggy banks. If you suspect you have a rare 1974 D. Roosevelt dime, it's crucial to have it professionally graded and authenticated to determine its true market value. In conclusion, the 1974 D. Roosevelt dime is more than just a common coin. Its rich history, potential for rare errors, and the allure of high-grade specimens make it an exciting piece for any coin collector. With some luck and careful examination, you might just find one of these rare dimes worth thousands of dollars. So, keep your eyes open and never underestimate the value of a dime. You never know when you'll come across a hidden gem. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through the world of coin collecting. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1974 D. Roosevelt dime and want to see more content about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Also, let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin in your change. We'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, happy collecting! The world of coin collecting, where a simple pocket change discovery could turn into a life-changing fortune. Today, we dive deep into one of the most iconic dimes in United States history, the 1965 Roosevelt dime. While most people overlook dimes as mere spare change, some hidden treasures are waiting to be found, and this particular coin is one of them. Imagine owning a single Roosevelt dime from 1965 worth an astonishing $46,364. Yes, you heard that right. In this video, we uncover the incredible history, the true value, and the jaw-dropping prices that collectors are willing to pay for this rare coin. The birth of the Roosevelt dime. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, who played a crucial role in leading the nation through the Great Depression and World War II. FDR was also closely associated with the March of Dimes, a national campaign to combat polio, the disease that ultimately afflicted him. To commemorate his legacy, the U.S. Mint decided to replace the Mercury dime with a brand new design featuring Roosevelt's portrait on the obverse. John R. Sinnock, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint, designed the Roosevelt dime. The coin features a left-facing portrait of Roosevelt on the obverse, while the reverse showcases an olive branch, a torch, and an oak branch, symbolizing peace, liberty, and strength. The dime was struck in 90% silver and 10% copper from 1946 to 1964, making these earlier versions highly sought after by collectors. The shift to clad composition in 1965. The year 1965 marked a pivotal moment in U.S. coinage history. Due to rising silver prices and a national coin shortage, the government decided to remove silver from dimes and quarters. As a result, the 1965 Roosevelt dime became the first in the series to be minted in a clad composition of copper and nickel, completely replacing the previous 90% silver content. This transition led to several rare and valuable error coins that exist to this day. One of the biggest reasons why the 1965 Roosevelt dime is so valuable lies in these rare errors and unique varieties. Some dimes were mistakenly struck on 90% silver planchets from the previous year, creating an ultra-rare coin that collectors dream of finding. These error dimes are now worth thousands and even tens of thousands of dollars, making them one of the most sought-after modern-era dimes in circulation. Rare 1965 Roosevelt dime errors. Some of the most valuable 1965 Roosevelt dimes include those struck on silver planchets, off-center strikes, full bands varieties, and misprints. Let's take a closer look at these errors. 1965 Roosevelt dime struck on a silver planchet. When the transition from silver to clad coinage occurred, a small number of 1,965 dimes were mistakenly struck on leftover 90% silver planchets from 1964. These silver dimes are incredibly rare and highly valuable. If you find one, it could fetch tens of thousands of dollars at auction. Full bands FB variety. On the reverse of the dime, the torch features horizontal bands. If these bands are fully defined and well struck, the coin is classified as a full bands FB variety. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for this rarity. Off-center strikes. Some 1965 dimes were struck off-center due to misalignment of the dies, making them unique collector's items. The more off-center the strike, the higher the value. Double die errors. These coins exhibit doubling in the inscriptions or the portrait due to die misalignment. Double die errors can be worth thousands depending on their prominence. The market value of the 1965 Roosevelt dime. While most 1965 Roosevelt dimes in circulation are worth their face value of 10 cents, rare error coins and high-grade specimens can sell for astonishing amounts. In recent auctions, some of these rare dimes have fetched over $40,000. A perfect mint state, uncirculated 1965 Roosevelt dime with no wear and strong details can command a significant price from collectors. Graded examples by NGC or PCGS in high conditions, such as MS67 or higher, are worth thousands. The highest recorded auction price for a rare 1965 Roosevelt dime is an incredible $46,364. This particular coin was a silver planchet error and was certified by PCGS as a true rarity. Coins like these are why collectors continue searching through rolls of dimes in hopes of discovering a hidden fortune. How to find a rare 1965 Roosevelt dime. If you want to get into coin hunting, here are some tips to increase your chances of finding a valuable 1965 Roosevelt dime. Check your loose change. Many valuable coins are still out there in circulation. Always check your dimes carefully before spending them. Search through coin rolls. Visit banks and request rolls of dimes to search through. This is one of the best ways to find rare coins. Use a magnifying glass. Error coins often have tiny details that can be overlooked. A magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe helps spot these features. Weigh your dimes. A normal clad dime weighs about 2.27 grams, while a silver dime weighs around 2.50 grams. A simple scale can help identify a silver error. Get your coins graded. If you believe you have a rare 1965 dime, send it to a professional grading service such as PCGS or NGC for authentication and certification. Conclusion: the 1965 Roosevelt dime is more than just a small coin. It represents a significant change in U.S. coinage history and holds the potential for extraordinary value. While most dimes from this year may only be worth their face value, hidden treasures still exist in circulation, waiting to be discovered. Whether it's a silver planchet error, a full bands variety, or a rare double die, your next pocket change find could be worth thousands. So, before you spend that dime, take a closer look. You might just be holding a $46,364 treasure. Keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows? The next great discovery could be in your hands. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the fascinating world of coin collecting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting content. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on valuable coins that could be hiding in plain sight. Happy hunting, and see you in the next video.